This video is brought to you by the one and only Squarespace. If you've ever thought of starting a website, be it a business or a passion project, Squarespace is the perfect place to do just that.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my Carrera T. Let's get that window up. Today, I'm off to start the fiddling process with this car. You may have seen the launch video with this car, but you realise I've already fiddled with the seat. Now, the first thing that will occur to you is, who is my new friend here? Well, I've actually got some new windows for the car, which we will go into, and if you watch the launch video, you will probably start realising what on earth is going on with those. I've also got a box of tricks in the back, which I'll open up and I'll go through and explain exactly what I'm doing to the car, and we've also got my laptop there, because I am tethering and I'm supposedly working from home today. So we're going to start the fiddling process, we're going to start the modification process, and it is of course going to none other than HLR Motors. Now, today what you might not realise is that I'm also collecting my 996. That video will already be on the channel. So the 996 has actually been with them for a little while. There's been some paintwork on that. Careful, we don't want second. And there's been various bits and bobs, and they've made the car look absolutely amazing, which you've already seen on the channel. So by now, by the point at which this video goes out, you would have already seen that. However, I'm dropping the Carrera T off. I'm going to go through exactly what I'm going to do to the car, because it's no mean feat what the guys at HLR Motors are going to have to be doing. And I'm also missing a huge box which I couldn't fit in this car, which will also need to be dropped off in the Range Rover at some point as well. So, without further chit chat then, let's get going. Let's get to HLR Motors and we'll catch up there.
Right then, you lot, we have arrived here at HLR Motors. If you don't know about HLR Motors, you need to get to know about HLR Motors. They're doing all the work on all of my cars. They look after my whole fleet, and in fact, around there, they've actually got a couple of cars that I recognise, some very well-known cars, but we can't go into that, customer privacy and whatnot. So here we go, here is my 911T. As I pointed out in my previous video, my Carrera 4S is there, but you've already seen that in a previous video. They've just done absolute wonders with that. So let's unlock her then. $5.99 key cover on eBay, by the way, not painted as per Porsche. That's why it's not the same colour, but it doesn't chip. Good value for money. Porsche will charge you 100 quid for that. So let's come in there, let's start. Where should we start? Let's start around the front. I think that's most logical. So as I was whining about in my previous video, the front splitter here is not painted. You could have got that done as an option from Porsche, from factory, for like 300 quid, but the previous chap didn't option that, didn't get it done, but I want that done. I love it. It's a different splitter for the Carrera T over every other Carrera. It's a specific Carrera T splitter, and it just sits slightly lower than the normal Carrera splitter. So I love that, want that painted, lovely. The other thing I want painted is these here, these little headlight washers. Very, very annoying, so they are going to be done. Obviously the front plate is going to come off and probably actually be replaced with a sticker plate done properly, but you can see underneath there are drill holes under here, so they will get sorted as well by the guys here at HLR Motors. We've got wheel spacers in a box in the back. We've also got coloured centre caps as well. I'm actually going to get those out now and see whether or not they're the right colour. Let's have a little look. We've got windows, we'll go into that as well. Oh, we've got centre caps here, and we've got the box there with the spacers in. I'm not going to bother getting the spacers out, but we've got coloured centre caps here, because I think these ones just look a little bit povo. So we got these brand new off eBay. They weren't much at all. Thankfully, they are the right colour. Lovely stuff. So yes, the wheels we brought out slightly, because you can see arch gaps not perfect. They don't fill the arches completely. Just want them brought out slightly. That's on the rear. And on the front as well, they're a little bit kind of sucked in, so we'll just bring them out slightly. We've got 5mm OEM Porsche spacers, and HLR Motors, they can source those for you should you want that done to your Carrera. They're actually a Porsche part, and they come with longer bolts as well, of course, because you don't want to be running on not much thread. So those centre caps are going to go on. I'm actually going to throw those back in the car. Don't need those. Also, in my car full of bric-a-brac today, I have brought along these windows. Now, we're going to do a little show and tell, ladies and gentlemen. So, to be very careful with these, because these are Gorilla Glass. So, if you option privacy glass in the Carrera T, it got rid of the lightweight 911R glass that came on the car as standard. It's the same glasses in the GT3 RS and the same glasses in the GT2 RS. Optioning privacy glass back in 2018 got rid of that. Nobody knew that would happen until the cars all arrived and people regretted optioning privacy glass. I, however, have hated privacy glass on 911 since the dawn of time. It turns the car into basically a van. It looks awful, and if you option privacy glass on a 911, you're not right in the head. Unless you have a legitimate reason, top secret business in the back of your car, I just don't know why you would option privacy glass on 911. It looks horrendous, so that is why. And also, it wasn't one of the characteristics of the T. One of the characteristics was this amazing Gorilla Glass. So you'll hear plastic, glass, plastic, glass. You get the idea. So it's not privacy glass, it's normal glass. And Porsche actually wanted £6,500 ex VAT for those two windows and the rear screen. I have managed to source those windows off eBay. Someone was breaking a GT3 RS, and someone also broke up a separate GT3 RS for the rear windscreen as well. They wanted £6,500 grand ex VAT for the two corners and that back window. So that back window is coming in my Range Rover at a later date. It's actually in my apartment at the moment, the replacement for this, so I'll bring that along with me as well. Round the back of the car, I may well tint these slightly.
I'm back again. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, this video was brought to you by Squarespace. If you've ever had a curiosity in starting your own website, be it a passion project, just something you're interested in and a hobby, or you want to start your own business, probably more likely your own business if you're following me and you're following my antics, then keep your eyes and ears peeled because there is a special offer coming very soon with Squarespace to help you get started. Now, Squarespace has got loads of features which help your journey through that a lot easier, a lot more efficient, and a lot more effective. The first really cool feature is that Squarespace know that most people are viewing websites on their phones, so you can actually build a mobile optimized website and a desktop optimized website very easily, very simply, and very efficiently. Another really cool feature is that you can build members areas with Squarespace as well. You can build members only areas within your website as well, so not just basic websites, but a website where you can nurture and build a community. That's really, really cool, and if you're monetizing it, that's going to be really important to you as well. Another thing particularly pertinent to e-commerce is email campaigns. They are extremely effective and they're amazing when they work well. Squarespace gives you the tools to build really nice looking, really effective email campaigns. And Squarespace isn't just about building a website. You can actually go on there and get the domain from there as well, so it really is all in one. You just go on Squarespace and you get started. You don't need to go anywhere else. Nice and simple. Now, if all that sounds good and you're interested and you want to get going, hit the special link below and use the code TGTV and you will get 10% off your first website. As always, please do send me what you're creating, your websites. People are doing that now via DM on Instagram and also in the comments here on YouTube. I absolutely love seeing it, so please do keep sharing those with me. So hit the link, it's in the pinned comment, get going and stay in touch.
Although I don't know how sensible that is insurance-wise, and also the plate is going to be sorted because it's actually just a sticker on top of the original plate that was on it. So I'm going to get a shorter plate put on there, courtesy of Bespoke Plates, and that's going to be put on there as well, which is all good news. Exhaust-wise, I'm not going to modify it now, but I will be getting an exhaust on there. And I also am going to get the Carrera T badging removed this time around as well, so it literally just says Porsche. I've got to jump on a call in a second, so I'm rushing through this. And I think that's going to be it for the time being. Potentially at some point I'll remove the graphics, maybe put the kind of the black PPF thing there. Inside the car, I'm going to leave it pretty much untouched. I did get these seat covers done at Classic FX, and that's about it really, ladies and gents. That is about it for the time being on this car. I can't wait to get my little personal touches done and get out on the roads in it and potentially take it abroad. It does look really, really cool though. Sat next to the Carrera 4S. That doesn't actually look that much smaller. The older 911s tend to. Oh, it does look good. This car was actually in another video, a full video on this. Probably none of you watched it because it's not the most popular car on the channel. So the guys here at H&L actually revamped the calipers. They are now brand spanking new. They've refurbished them. The wheels are refurbished. They put new centre lock. We've got new Michelin Pilot Sport tyres. They've done that obviously the whole way around. And at the front here we've got the 996 turbo front splitter as well on the floor there, and they've also put a new bonnet badge on there. So they've done wonders on the car, and I just think it looks amazing. Really cool to have them both together, but I'm very excited to get this car back. So without further ado then, thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe, blah blah blah. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and the guys at HLR Motors because they put loads of their projects on there, some of which are top secret and you have to guess what's going on with them. It's all good fun. Anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye!